guys, how are you? I hope you must be fine, and I hope you all are enjoying my videos very well. So, what we have done in previous session, we had done what is vector contains method and what is vector contains all method. We had seen two topics, and we had also done two programs on that topic. So today we are going to discuss about vector copy into topics and vector elements. First of all, we have to discuss what is vector copy into method and what the syntax of this method, and after that we will do the example. We will do three more example of vector copy vector copy into math, and after that we will go through to discuss about what is vector element, and we will do one more programs of vector element. So I hope you like my videos very well. If you like it, then please like, subscribe, and comment me. And so, are you all ready? Okay, let's we start now. So first of all, we have to discuss about vector theory of vector copying to and vector element. After that, we will do this. We will do more programs. So let's see what is this theory. So first of all, I will open Chrome. First of all, I will open Chrome. And here I search vector in Java. Now click it on, and now you choose Java 3 website. That is a very good website for all programming, for understanding the concept of all programming. And now here we see that copy into topics. So we click it on, and first of all we will see what is Java vector copy into method. The copy into method, a method of Java class used to copy the element of the vector which is in use into the specified array. In this, the position of element is the same in both the vector and array. Now we will see syntax. What is it? Following is the declaration of copy into method. Syntax is public void copy into object array and array. Now we will see what is parameter. Parameter is an array, and its description is it is the array into which the components get copied. It is the array which the components get copied. It is required, and we'll see returns. What is it? The copy into method has return type void, so it does not return anything because it has already a return type void, so it does not return anything. But we will see exception. Null point exceptional. This method has throw an exception if the specified array is null. If what is it? But first of all, you have to understand what is null. What the meaning of null? Null is basically called empathy. Okay, empathy means empathy. Like we say that empathy is space or any other thing. So that's, and now we will see what is this index out of bounds exception. This method has thrown an exception if the specified array is unavailable to hold all the components of this vector. Now, first of all, okay, continue again. So where we are? We are comparatively with now it says no. Now we will see. example of copy into method. So first, now we will do three more example. So let's see how to do this example, how to do this program. So for doing this, I will open Visual Studio. Now you click it on, or sorry, new window, not open. I just click wrong option. Cancel it, exit it, and now again here you type Visual. Now click it on new window, and now you have to create a new file, because you have to because you are creating a new file, because you must have to remember that while you are creating a new file, then you must have to remember your file name, because that is better for creating a new file, because in some time you. Okay, let's continue again. So where we are now, we are creating a new file here. So click on new file, because creating a new file is better than for doing the programming existing file, because in sometimes if somebody, I told you many times also, but I told you again, in sometimes someone asks that please show me this file where you have created this file. So now you will create, now you will show the file to them, to any person. If they ask to show me this file, then you have to show this. But in sometimes if you forget your file name, then what you will show? You can't show anything, because you forget your file name. So that's why we must have to create a new file, because if some because in sometimes when you're so busy, then suddenly you create a new then suddenly you created a file in your existing file, but that's the wrong method. That's the method for creating a program, but that's the wrong method, because uh, I told you that somebody asked that show me this file. Then what you will show? If you have forget your file name, then what you will show? You can't show anything. So you must have to create a file name. You must have to remember your file name, because that is better than to showing your file name to anyone. That's right. Okay. Now we will create a new file here. So I will write here file name, that is vector, like I'd say vector36.java. Now enter it. Now save this file, because vector36 already existed, so it can't take, because you see that, but the same file does not take the Visual Studio, so you must have to create a different file. Okay, if like you had given your file name already, that vector31, and now you want to create a vector34.java. So, but it does not take, because vector34 already exists in this program, already exists in your PC. So that's why we must have to create a file name in different way. We must have to create a file name different, create a file name. So I will create here, cancel it, and now again create a file vector37.java. Enter it, and now save this file. Now after that, what you have to write here, what you have to write here after creating a new file, after completion of the file, you have to write a package format of vector. Then what is it, a package format? Package format is import java.util.star semicolon. This statement you must have to put while you are creating a vector program. Because if you don't put this statement, then your program does not compile, does not run, your program will error. So we must have to put this statement while you are creating a new file, while you are creating a vector file. So we must have to or in users program also. So we must have to write package format. That is most important. You have to remember this is format. So I write here import java.util dot dot star semicolon. After that, what you have to write? You have to create the class name here. So I write it with the class vector 37 multi-curly bracket, and after that you write public static void main string args. Take curly bracket again, and after that what you have to write it here. You have to write vector format. So what is the vector format? The vector format is vector integer again. While you are writing vector format, then you must have to remember this thing that the vector of v is in capital letter. This is most important, but because if you don't put this is thing, because if you don't put the vector of v is in capital, then your program will does not, so your program will does not compile, your program will show error. So we must have to put vector of v is in capital, and again integer of I is in capital, because integer is the place of string and element. So you must have to put integer of I is in capital, and after that you write back is equals to new, again vector of v is in capital while you are writing a vector format. Now take less than greater than sign, and here you write, now you put semicolon. After that what you have to write? You have to write vector addition format, vector addition. So I write it here vec dot add. Now here you write one in the bracket and now put semicolon. Again you write vec dot add. Again you write 2 in the bracket semicolon. Now put semicolon. Again you write vec dot add 3 in the bracket, and now you put semicolon. Again you write vec dot add. Now again you take 4 in the bracket and then you put semicolon. Again you write vec. Vec is a short name for vector. You must have to remember this thing. Okay. Now after that you take bracket, and again you write the 5 in the bracket and you put semicolon. After completing this, you have to write integer array. You have to take an array that is integer. So I write here integer array. So integer, now you take array sign, and after that you write add is equal to new. Again you write here integer. Now you take array sign, and here you write 5 in the array. Now you put semicolon. Now after computation of this, you have to write vector copy into method. So what is it, vector copy into method? Vector dot vec dot copy into, now here you write as, and now you put semicolon. Now after the completion of this, after writing the statement, what you have to write, you have to print your all vector addition element. You have to print your all vector addition element. So I will write here print statement. So print statement, that is again system of x is in capital while you are writing a print statement. System dot out dot println, and now here you write, because if you don't put a system of s in capital letter, your program will just not compile, your program will show error. So we must have to put this thing in capital letter. You have to remember this thing. After that, we write the element in on array r, and you put semicolon. After the writing the print statement, now you take for loop. So here I write for string, sorry, not string, I write integer because integer is the place of string. So I write the integer num add, and you take curly bracket again, and here you write, here you what, here after that what you have to write here, you have to print your loop. So we have to write it here, print the statement for the loop. So I write here again system of s in capital while you are writing a print statement. You have to remember it. System dot out dot println, and here you write num. Now you put semicolon. This program is completed. Now what we have to do? We have to check it. We have to compile it first, whether we have to check it whether it is correct or not. So we have to compile it first and run it. So for compilation and running time for running, what we have to use? We have to use terminal option or new terminal option, or whether else you can also use CMD, that is command promote. You can find it in your search bar option here. Okay, now after the opening the terminal, we have to write compiling format, that is Java C. Now what we have to write? We have to take class name, sorry, file name for the compilation, because this is most important while you are writing a compiling format, because file name most important, file name is taken for compilation. So here I write vector37.java. Now enter it, and now I wait for 2 seconds for compilation. So we got a error here where integer error cannot find symbol. Why? It cannot find symbol. Oh, I got a mistake here. So that's why we, so error. Now it's control plus S, save it again. Now compile again. Now wait for few seconds for compilation. You see that it's successfully compiled. Now after that, what we have to do? We have to run this program for running. We have to take class name for running, because that is most important while we are writing a class name. While we are writing a running statement, your class name is taken. So here is the class name. Okay, now I write here class name here vector37, and now enter it. See that my first example of vector copy into method is printed successfully. So from this way you could also print an example of vector copy into method. That's the example, element in array are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You print it here in the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the vector copy into method of first example. Now we will go to second example of vector copy into method. So let's see how to do this program. So for doing this, I will create another file also, and I write here, you take a new file. You see here, new file. Now create a new file because that is much better than that is better for creating a new file here. So I write it here vector 38 dot java and now save this file. After the saving this file, you have to take second example. You have to print the. You have to write second example of vector copy into matrix. So what is it? After that, what we have to write it here? We have to write package format of vector. So what is it? Package format. Package format it will be import java.util.star semicolon because that is most important while you are writing a vector program. So you must have to put this package format. So I write here import java.util.star semicolon. Now take class name here again. After that we take class name. So I write the vector 38. Now you take curly bracket and here you write public static void main string args. Take curly bracket over here again. And after that what you have to write? You have to write the vector format. You must have to remember this while you are writing, while you are creating a vector program, then you have to write a vector format. What is its vector format? Vector format is so again vector of base in capital while you are writing a vector format. Vector again string is in capital letter, string of s is in capital letter. So you have to remember this thing because this thing is the place of element. And here write vector one. Now you click here new is equals to new and again you have to write your vector. You have to remember a vector of base in capital letter and now you pick less than greater than sign and now you put bracket and now you put semicolon. After the writing this statement, after the writing the for vector format, what you have to write? You have to write a vector addition format. What is it? I write here vector one dot add and now I take here any name like I take here Rahul. I put semicolon. Now I take my name Saurabh. Now you put semicolon. And it's not semicolon. That is inverted comma. That is called inverted comma. So you have to remember it. Now I write here Saurabh. Now you put semicolon. Now after that I write here another name like I take here Rishabh. Vector one dot add and now I take a Rishabh and now you put a semicolon. Again, I write here again like another name. Like I write here, I take another I take any name. Like I take Sam. Vector one dot add take it and inverted comma and I take here Sam. I put semicolon. Now, after that, what you have to write here? You have to write again. You have to write string array. So I write here string of s in capital letter string. Now you write here temp array with array sign, and here you take is equals to new string here I take any number like I take 4. So after that we put semicolon. Now after the completion of this, what you have to write here, you have to write vector copy into method. So what is it? How to write this is method. So let's see vector one dot copy into, because while you are into of eyes in capital letter, while you are writing a copy into math, you have to remember it, because if you don't write it, your program does not compile, your program will solve it. So we must have to write this copy of into of eyes in capital letter while you are writing a copy into method. So copy into, and now here you write temp array. Again you put here semicolon. After that, what you have to write? You have to print your all addition element. So vector addition element. So I write here print statement for my vector addition element. So let's see. So while you are writing a print statement, you have to remember that system of S is in capital letter while you are writing a print statement. Dot out dot print ln, and now here you write element of the array, and now you put semicolon. After the writing this statement, you have to take a loop here. So I write here 4, and now here I write a string temp array, and now here you take curly bracket. Here you take curly bracket, and in the curly bracket you write your print. You have to print your for, you have to print your for loop. So I have to write here, we have to write a print statement for my loop, for my for loop. So what is it print statement? Again, while you are writing a print statement, you have to remember this, that is system of s in capital letter, because while you are writing a print statement, you have to remember the system dot out dot in ln, and now here write temp semicolon. Now this program is created. Now after that, what we have to do? We have to compile it. We have to check it whether it is correct or not. We have to compile it. We have to run this program. So first of all, we have to compile it again. So for compilation, uh, you have to write compiling format. So I write the Java C, that is compiling format. After that, what we have to do? We have to take file name for compilation, because that is most important. So you have to remember it, because file name is most important. File name is taken for compilation, and here I write file name, that is vector38.java, vector38.java, and now enter it, and now wait for few seconds for compilation. See that is successfully compiled. After that, what we have to do? We have to run this program. For running, your class name is taken, that is vector 38. So you have to remember this thing. So for running, your class name is taken. So my class name is vector 38, and now I enter it. You see that my second example of vector copy into method is printed in successfully way. That is Rahul. Element of the array is Rahul, Saurabh, Rishabh, Shyam. That's the name. So that's the second example for my vector copy into method, and now we would like to go through third example of my uh, vector copy into method. So after that we will go to vector elements. So first of all, we have to complete this vector copy into method. So we have to take we have to take we have to take here again file name. So I write here vector 39.java and now enter it and save this file. Now after that what we have to do, we have to write we have to write package format for the while you are creating a vector program. So what is the package format? Package format is import java.util star dot util dot star semicolon. That's the package format. So you must have to remember this step. You have to put this statement while you are creating a vector program. So you must have to remember these things. So that is import java dot util dot star semicolon. You take class name here. So I write there class name is, what is it? Class name. Class name is, I write here any class name. So I take a vector 39. You take curly bracket and here you write public static void in string args. You take curly bracket and what you have to write, what you have to write it after that, what you have to write it here. You have to write vector format. So what is the vector format? Let's see what is it. So vector of base in capital letter while you are writing a vector format, you have to remember this thing. Vector again integer of rise in capital letter, you have to remember this thing. The integer is the place of string and element. You have to remember this thing and now you write the vec is equals to new. Again you take vector of base in capital letter. So you have to remember this thing. Again string of s in capital letter, string. And now you put semicolon. After that, what we have to write here? We have to write vector addition format. So what is it vector addition format? So that is vec dot add. Here you write 4 in the bracket and now you put semicolon. Again you take a vec dot add. Here you write 3 in the bracket and now you put semicolon. Again you write vec dot add. Again you write there 2 in the bracket and now you put semicolon. Again you write a vec dot add and now you write there 1 and now you put semicolon. After the writing the vector addition for statement, you have to write here integer array. So what is the integer array? Let's see. Integer and array, integer and array. Now you take array sign is equals to new integer in the array and you put semicolon. After the writing the integer array, what you have to write? You have to write a vector copy into method. So what is it vector copy into method? That is vec or copy. Again in two of i's in capital letter you have to remember this thing because while you are writing a vector copy into method. So you have to write this into of i's in capital letter into and now here write an array and now you put semicolon. After that, what you have to write here? You have to take for loop. So I write here for, and here I write integer number, and here I write an array, and now you take curly bracket, and here you have what you have to write here. You have to print your loop. So we have to write your print statement for this loop. So I write here system dot out dot println. You have to remember this thing. The system of S is in capital letter while you are writing a print statement. You have to remember these things. Now after that, I write here number in the inverted comma, and you take equal sign. After that, you write a number, and now you put semicolon. Now this program is completed, and now after that, what we have to do? We have to check it. We have to compile it, whether it is successful or not. So for compilation, first of all, we have to write a compiling format, and after that, we have to take a file name here. That is a file name vector39.java, because file name is most important for for compiling a program. So here I write factor39.java, and now enter it, and now wait for 2 seconds for compilation. We got the error here. So where we got error? Let's see. Oh, here I have not written integer e, and one error is completed. And now let's see what is second error. Again integer, and what is the last error for this program? In Java 11, Java 9, as well in Java 4. So we have to write it as string, sorry, integer here. Okay, integer. Now save this file again. Control plus S. Now compile again, and now wait for few seconds for compilation. Now you see that it's successfully compiled. Now after that, what we have to do? We have to check it whether it is done or not. For checking, you have to take a class name here. So I write here Java, and now after that I take here class name, because that is most important for running. For taking a class name in running, so running a program. So I write here vector 39, and now enter it. You see that is successfully compiled, is successfully created. So that's the third example of my vector copy into method, and that is the vector copy into method. I hope you understand the concept about the vector copy into method. And now we would like to go through what is vector elements. First of all, we have to discuss this theory. and after that we will do one program of vector element. So first of all we will see that what is it vector elements. So we have to see, click on the elements topic, and now let's see what is vector element method. The element method or Java vector class used to get an enumeration of this element of the vector which is in use. The return enumeration object will generate all items in this vector at that time at the same location. So what now we will see syntax. The syntax is public is the following is the declaration of element method, public enumeration less than sign, e greater than sign element bracket. Parameter, now we will see parameter. This method does not accept any parameter. Now we will see returns. What is returns? The element method return an enumeration of this element of this vector. That's the theory of vector element, and now we would like to go through its programs. It's now let's see how to this is program for vector element method of vector element method. So for doing this program, I will create another file here, and here I write vector 40.java, and now enter it and save this file. After the saving this file, what you have to write here, you have to write package format for your vector program, because that is most important for writing this statement while you are writing a vector program, while you are creating a vector file. So you must have to write a package format that is import java.util.star semicolon. You have to write this statement. So you have to remember this thing, because that is most important. So here I write import java.util.star semicolon. After that you take class here, class name, and here I write the class name, right here, vector 40, and now take curly bracket, and here I write public static void main string als curly bracket, and after that taking the curly bracket, what you have to write here, you have to write here vector format. So what is it vector format? Let's see. Again, vector of using capital letter while you are writing a vector format, you have to remember this thing. Integer of I is capital letter, integer of I is in capital letter. You have to remember this thing. And now you take here vec object is equal to new. Again, you have to write a vector of is in capital letter vector. Integer of I is in capital letter. You must have to remember this thing. Integer, and now you take a bracket, and now you put semicolon. After the writing this format, what you have to write here? You have to write vector addition element. So what is it vector addition element? Vec dot add, oh sorry, vec object dot add, and here write 11, and you put semicolon. Again you write here back object dot add, and again you write here 22, and you put semicolon. Again you write here back object dot add. Again you write here 33 in the bracket. Now you put semicolon. After the writing this statement, what you have to write here? You have to write here. You have to write here enumeration format, that is enumeration, that is also called enum. I will tell you in next session that what is enum, and what is the enum definition. So we will discuss it in next session. So enum, integer, then integer of using capital letter, object, enum, object equals to var object dot elements. Now you put the bracket, and after that you put semicolon. After the writing this statement, what you have to write? You have to write a print statement. You have to print a vector addition. So you have to write here print statement for the vector addition print statement. So what is print statement? System dot out dot println, again system as is in capital letter while you are writing a print statement. System dot out dot println, and here you write data in enumeration enumeration object is. Now you put semicolon. After that, what you have to write here, what you have to take? You have to take while loop. So you have to write a while loop format, that is while, and here you write enum object object dot as full element, enum dot object has more elements. After that you take a bracket, and after that you take your curly bracket, and you have to write here, you have to print, you have to write print statement for the while loop. So you have to write here, you have to print your while loop. So we have to write a print statement for the while loop. So that is some of s is in capital letter while you are writing a print statement. You have to remember this thing. System dot out dot print ln, and here you write element plus enum object dot next element. You put semicolon. Now this program is completed. Now after that what we have to do? We have to check it whether it is compiled or not, whether it is run or not. For checking, You have to write compiling format, that is Java C, and after that you have to take class name here because for compilation class name is must taken for compilation. You have to remember this thing. So I have to write the class name here, vector 40 dot Java, and now enter it, and now wait for 2 seconds for compilation. We got some error there. What is it? What is the error? Has more element. Here I have got some error. Have to see here what is the error. Has more element. That's good. Oh, I have to write as also. Save again and now compile again. Now wait for few seconds. We got some error where we got some error in an object. Oh, I think here I have got. Then what we have to write here? Let's see. It's good, but why? Enum object dot has more element. System dot out dot println. That is good, but why showing this error? You see that a little bit mistakes show error, so we have to find it. What is it error? Enum object, but that is right. But why showing enum object dot has more elements? Oh, I think I had to write here element of is again. Now Ctrl plus S and now compile again. Now wait for a few seconds for compilation. Now you see that I find it my problem here. You see that it's successfully compiled. Now after that what we have to do? We have to check. Okay, let's continue again. So where we are checking for running. So we have to write here. Now after that what we have to do? We have to run this program. So for running, we have to write here for running your class name is taken. So you must have to remember this thing. That is my class name here, vector 40. So I have to write vector 40 for in the class in the running program because class name most important for running a program. So that is vector 40 and now enter it. See that data in enumeration object is 11, 22, 33. So from this way you could also print any type of example of vector element. So that's the vector element, that's the vector copy into method. That's it for today. You understand I hope you understand it. I hope you like my videos. You enjoyed my videos very well. If you like it, then please subscribe, and comment me if you have got any problem. And if you have also got any problem in theory as well as in program, then I will provide you a link in my description. That is Java 3 point website of link. So I will provide you link in my description. So please go through the link and you will be got helpful from this website. So please go to this link. That's it. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.